Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe below and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. So today we are going to be going over another one of my hilariously tragic experiences. So this one, completely self-inflicted, honestly. So basically, when I was in high school, my parents wanted me to take classes at the city college. So they wanted me to be able to accumulate these college credits, and that ultimately allowed me to graduate early. But here is a lovely little story about how one of these college classes went wrong. How and why I ended up faking having a child to my entire class, and how that worked out for me. All right, let's just get into it. So I believe it was the summer between my junior and senior year of high school, and I was taking econ, statistics, and then I wanted to do something fun, so I decided I was also gonna do ceramics. So everything went wrong in the ceramics class, okay? That's where things just went downhill for me, okay? So this was supposed to be fun. This was supposed to be relaxing. This was supposed to make all those more difficult classes worth it, right? Things were gonna be great. They're gonna be dandy, right? So they weren't. I'm in class one day. This is like the first week, and I'm having trouble making friends. I just felt so much younger than everyone, and so I felt kind of out of place. With all of my other classes, when people would ask how old I was, I just said I was 18, and I just pretend like I was supposed to be there. Because I learned pretty early on that if you tell them you're a high school student there, nobody wants to be in your group, no one wants to be your friend, no one wants to talk to you. So I just learned early on I need to just pretend to just be their peer. That's what I intended to do in this class. So I'm sitting across from this girl, and she said something, and then I responded, and she kind of giggled, and I was like, friend? Is that a friend? So I got all excited. I was like, oh my God, wait, she thought I was funny? Things felt like they were looking up, right? She was telling me about like there was something wrong with her finger, and it turns out like she got like bit by a kid. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's the worst. They just want to put everything in their mouth. And it's like, you can't. And then you're like having to reach in there and pull it out, hope they don't bite you. And it's ridiculous. And she was like, oh my gosh, I know. And then we were like swapping stories. So then she was like, oh, like afterwards, like, do you wanna like hang out and stuff? So then her and I like became friends. So at first, you know, we just made that connection over like child stories. And then we were hanging out and like building a friendship. So everything's fine, dandy, like a month or two goes by. I don't remember class, I think class was twice a week, and so, you know, we're seeing each other on a pretty regular basis. So then another student mentioned something about like their kid and like their babysitter or something had bailed and they were late for class. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, that's awful. And then we were like kind of like bonding over that, and then she'd asked like, oh, do you guys have kids? And she's like, oh yeah, I have two this age and that age. And I realized like, oh, those are her kids. I didn't realize she had kids. In that moment, it all came together. It all came together. She was like, and Brooke does too. Wait, Brooke, I never even asked, what's your son's name? And I was just like so put on the spot, just like, and then the original person was like, you have kids? Oh my gosh, I had no idea. And then like wanted to like be friends, and all of a sudden I had like a friend group, and that was great and dandy, and I dodged the bullet. So then the next class or something, new friend asks like, oh, can I see a picture of your kid? And I was like, oh my God, this is getting so awkward. And then my original new friend was like, yeah, what's your son's name? I don't think I heard it yesterday or something. I was like, oh, golly gee willikers. Funny you asked, you know. It is obviously, I named him, you know. Santino. Santino is, his name is Santino. And like, oh my God, what a cute name. I don't know anyone named Santino. Like, what? Yeah, so Santino, that was the first thing that came to mind. So my kid's name is now Santino. So then they asked, you know, how old are they? And I don't remember now, but it was whatever age my cousin was. And then I had a picture of him. So I was like, I guess this is him now. So I like show my cousin's picture. I'm like, this is Santino. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's so cute. He's so sweet. He looks like you and stuff. And I'm just like, oh God, oh God, oh God. So then the rest of the semester, you know, they're trying to set up play dates. They want to know about this and that. And you know, what is he into right now? So all of a sudden I'm just like, oh my gosh, I could not tell you how much more I had to start paying attention during babysitting, because all of a sudden I've got to come up with new material. And you know, I don't want to be a part of this lie, but I am just too far in. And you know, I get it. A lot of people will say that, why didn't you just correct them right away and tell them you don't have a kid? Easy fix, this is done, we all move on. Okay, that would have been the ideal, intelligent thing to do. However, in the moment, I felt so like pressured and put on the spot and just like caught off guard. I genuinely did not know what to do. I would lose that friendship and that credibility. It would look like I was a liar, which I ended up becoming a liar to prevent looking like a liar. Yeah, so completely backfired. But in that like half second when like all those thoughts were running through my head, I was just like, Santino. And I lived to regret it for the rest of the semester. So we're going on, and they are just really wanting play dates. Because it turns out, their sons are the same age. Yes, their kids are just so happen to be the same age as my invisible son. So that was great. That was really great. That was probably karma, honestly. It was so stressful. Like before I would go into class, I was like taking notes about like, what did I say last time? Like moving forward, like I had a whole second life that I was having to like navigate. And then all of a sudden, you know, at one point they want to know about dad. There's no dad? There's no baby. Oh my God, I was making up, okay, I'm not proud of it, but I was making up baby daddy drama. I was, oh my gosh, it was wild. And then, you know, in the middle, I actually started to get kind of invested. Yeah, I had to check myself. I was like, no baby daddy, no kid, no drama. And that was kind of a wake-up call. Like I was invested in the second life. It was bad, it was bad. I have to start avoiding them. So I'm starting to try to like make new friends. I'm like, we used to sit in like this certain table, it was our table. All of a sudden I'm like waiting like around the corner until class is like starting, everyone is seated. So I can come in and sit in complete opposite sides so they don't have the ability to come move and sit next to me. I'm like switching place with people. I am absolutely avoiding them. It was awful. It was so awkward. And still they tried. Oh my gosh. It was like they wanted to be my friend. And you know, first I went into this like I would kill to have friends here. I really want friends. And at the end, I was just like, I don't want to be your friend, please, no friends, no friends. It just did not go according to plan. So the way that all of this ended was I ended up calling into Sprint and blocking all of their numbers. Like this was before you could just go in and just like block this number, you know? That wasn't the case. So I had to like call in, and I think you only had like, I think it's like you could only block like 3 or 4 people or something like that. And I used my blocks on them. I refused to take any sort of like leisure classes or like elective classes. No, absolutely not. And then I knew what hours like they worked, so I made sure to only take classes in like the early morning. We need to make sure that we never cross paths again because I can't do this. And that's how I learned that even if you're put on the spot, figure out how to explain yourself or tell the truth. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope it has made you realize that you make better decisions than me, or than I used to, okay? I will say that I have not faked another child or second life since then. or before then, okay? Just to be clear, okay, this is not a pattern. Well, thank you guys again so much for tuning in to hear about my ridiculous adventures of my life. I hope that you have found this funny and has lifted your spirits. And don't forget to tune in next week because I will have more videos for you. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe below, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Bye guys, I'll see you next week.